What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me make sure this audio is playing right. Can you guys hear me? Let's make sure this. I see this thing looks a little bit different. Hold on for a second, y'all. Look at my channel. See if you can hear me on the audio. Okay. Somebody tell me real quick so I can know, because every time this damn computer update, it does stuff to my mic. Make sure you can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me? All right, thanks. Okay, thanks. So anyway, y'all, sorry about that. I had to make sure I checked that because otherwise I'll be here talking. I see the audio thing going on, but you have to double check. But anyway, thank you for tuning in to Shay's Tube. Happy and blessed Tuesday. And don't forget to, wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you like what you are hearing, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below. And go check out all my other videos and shorts and oh my God, and leave a comment if you watch this in the replay if you like. All right. Thank y'all, and welcome to all my new subbies, and thank you to all my subbies that's been with me from day one. It is hot as heck outside. I'm looking at this weather thing, y'all. It says it's very hot. So I decided to do my video real quick today because I'm gonna be busy from today on, and I hope y'all can hear me because I'm actually in my bathroom, but I'm gonna be busy from today on. So, oh man, because I told you I'm taking my daughter to see Drake tomorrow night, and then we're gonna hang out in North Hollywood. So I got a lot of stuff to do before that. I got to renew my insurance and a lot of other stuff. So I figure I will come in here and do this video early and try to finish it. And if I don't finish it, then I'll try to come back again tonight and finish it up. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. I can't wait on people to come in, and if they can just watch this back in the replay or whatever the case is, because people are at work at this time. This is why I don't like coming on in the daytime and stuff. But you got to do what you got to do. But anyway, we're going to be talking about that incident that happened with the North Carolina apartment manager, 62 years old, who hit some underage kids for being at the swimming pool, I do believe. I think this happened a couple of days ago as well. So we're going to be talking about that in this live and going over that. And if I get a chance, I want to show y'all these funny reenactment videos of that Montgomery brawl. But if I don't, I'll try to come back tonight to show y'all that. Okay, I'm gonna be doing my hair at the same time, y'all. Doing a lot. So we're not gonna be here that long today, though. So let me get right to business in 1 second. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this. All right. Don't forget to thumbs up, y'all, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Let me do this disclaimer real quick. Got to do that. The copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research, and etc. That entire copyright is in my description area, will be in my comment area, and some of it is scrolling across that video. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this live. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Yeah, that was a trip when I saw the videos and read the news article regarding that incident that happened a couple of days ago. And I think it's really a hot ass mess. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest with you guys. I don't know why some people choose to do the most, you know what I'm saying? And then think they're gonna get away with it, But I do applaud this little boy and his sister. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Because they did not hit back or anything. So that's a good thing. They did try to respect their elders somewhat as far as when it comes to hitting back. Okay. Well, anyway, let me do it right here first. Okay. I'm trying to see which one of these articles I want to read. Well, I'm going to tell you about her excuse later, but we're going to go ahead and just read the story. Okay. A North Carolina woman has been charged for allegedly assaulting a child after she threw soda on him and slapped him in the face with a bottle. Now, let's stop right there. Why would you slap a kid in their face with a bottle? Just tell me that. Why would you do that? Okay. And then you throw in soda too. If you're grown as ever, this lady is 62 years old. Okay. If you are grown as ever, and even if kids are doing something or whatever the case is, all you need to do is say, who are you here with at the swimming pool? Who is your guest you're here with? And if they're there just to be there, then just let them know you're not supposed to be in the swimming pool. I'm going to call your mom, or if they give you their parents' names or phone numbers or whatever the case is. But all you have to do is tell them you can't swim over here. Okay, point blank. You shouldn't be even putting your hands on anybody's kids. Certainly not throwing pop. And then you're like every bit of 62. You should know better than this. Now, let me finish reading this. Authorities were called to the scene after 2:30 p.m. on Thursday, August the 3rd, to investigate the reported assault at the Sedgefield Garden Apartments in Greensboro, North Carolina. This is the lady. This is the little boy. I just saw him on the on what's his name show doing an interview with one of his lawyers. That's the little boy. Okay. That's the hand, and that's the lady who did it. Anyway, Kimberly Jennings left. The picture that I just showed you of her is facing 2 charges of assault for attacking 11-year-old Jace. And that's the little boy on the right side of that picture I just showed you, okay? Police arrested the 62-year-old Kimberly Jennings, and she is facing 2 charges of assault on a child under 12. All right? The arrest followed the circulation of a viral video capturing the incident. The footage showed Jennings pouring soda on a boy and hitting him with the bottle at the complex near the pool area. According to her LinkedIn profile, Jennings is the property manager at the apartment complex, okay? The victim's family and numerous community supporters gathered at the apartment complex the next day to express their outrage. This is child abuse, said Joella Lee, the mother of the boy in the video. Lee says she was not with her 11-year-old son, Jace, on Wednesday afternoon when the incident happened. She said her children are distraught and she wants Jennings to lose her job. She said, I want her fired. I want her life destroyed. I want her to have nothing and be nothing like she made my kids feel. So let me go ahead and play this little video real quick so y'all can see this. Welcome to everybody in the chat. I'm kind of in a rush today, so I may not go personal welcomes and everything. Okay, so here we go. Let me see if we can play this. Hold on. Can we even play it? There we go. I'm gonna have to make that large. Wait. Let me make this large while they're doing all this daggone talking. That's how you do it, right there. Okay. So yeah, I got it larger, man. Let me skip this daggone ad. This is ridiculous. Wait, damn, what's wrong with my fingers? No, what's wrong? I got a screen protector on this phone, and sometimes I think it interferes. Let me see if I can skip the hell. Here we go. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see that. Let me see. And hold it just. Damn it. There we go. I don't know what that noise is, but I'm gonna see if I can stay. Wait a minute, let me go back to that story.
If you are type 2 and take metformin, well,
let's see if I can do that video again.
Legs for these 2 things that I'm
going to skip this ad. Okay, let me see something because I don't want to see these weirdos right here. Okay, let's see. That's Jamie Foxx right there, but let me stop that and see if I can go back to that story. If I don't, I'm gonna find another video anyway. Just hold on for a second. Let me do this, and then we're gonna finish reading this, and then I'm gonna show you guys another video. Okay. So anyway, during the incident, Jennings apparently confronted the children, instructing them to leave the pool area, which was not marked with any trespassing signs and warnings against unattended children. In response, Jace threw a bottle at Jennings after she reportedly pulled his little sister's hair. So keep in mind that the little boy, Jace, threw a bottle at her after she pulled his sister's hair. First, she came over there and assaulted him by pouring pop soda all over him. Then she hit him or slapped him with the pop bottle. And then I guess after that, she went over there and pulled the little girl, his sister's hair. So then the boy took a bottle and threw it at her. Or either she pulled the little girl's hair first. And then, but in this video, they show it at the point where she's throwing the soda on the little boy and then hitting the little boy. Okay. But in this article, they got it like the little boy threw a bottle at the lady because the lady pulled his little sister's hair. And then afterwards, Jennings then dumped the soda on him and hit him with the bottle. Okay. Anyway, the parents acknowledged that Jennings may have been trying to get the kids to leave the pool, which is okay if they didn't supposed to be over there. Okay. But you definitely don't need to put your hands on anyone's kids. Okay. Point blank. As a property manager, you should know that's a no-no. You should just stick to doing your job, just telling them to leave the pool area. If you have security or whatever the case, then the security can come over there and tell them to leave the pool area. And that's just point blank, like they do at most complex. If you don't supposed to be over there, they usually call the manager, and then if the manager can't get you to leave, then they call the security. If the security can't get, then they call the police. That's just how it goes. Anyway, Alicia Hogan, who friends lives in Sedgefield Garden Apartments, shared the video on Facebook. She said her friend China lives in the complex and has witnessed and experienced Jeannie using discriminatory behavior and being aggressive and threatening toward guests and residents. And then I also heard that she also called the little boy and girl, some racial names. Okay. I guess somebody at the apartment complex says racism will not be tolerated. Housing discrimination will not be tolerated. And we stand behind the family. Actually, I think that's the lady talking, or somebody else. This lady said, I have 2 young sons myself, and I know that I would be very upset if somebody laid hands on my child. And that is Kay Brown, president of the Greensboro chapter of the NAACP. That's what she said. So the thing is, like I just said, this 62-year-old white woman who is the property manager, or was the property manager of this apartment complex, felt it was her duty to go over there, not only ask them to leave like she should have done, but she felt like it was her duty to go over there and assault these 2 kids and then blurt out racial names to them. That's what the little boy said. Now, I think she has been charged with 2 counts of simple assault, when in reality, she should be charged with child abuse or even aggravated assault, because she did use that soda can, as a weapon when she slapped him upside the face or body with it. Anyway, what if these kids would have went home, right, and got their parents, and they would have came back up there and did whatever else? Jennings would have thought they did something wrong. But good and daggone well, you can't go around here hitting people's kids and pouring pop on them, all because they're in a swimming pool. And I think the little boy said, if I'm not mistaken, because I did watch an interview, like I said, I think the little boy, Jay, said that they came to that property before the swim. I guess they got friends that live in there. I don't know, because he did say he knew somebody in an apartment complex, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm thinking that the people he knew might have invited them or told them they can come over there and swim and everything. But the thing is, if that's the case and this property manager don't want them over there, the property manager probably should have went and talked to the people who invited them. But if it's in the lease that you can have a guest, what is the complaint? Anyway, Carl said, with the parents being the wrong for putting their hands on that racist piece of you know what, who poured soda on the little black boy, then threw the empty bottle at him. And then this idiot said, when would the child be arrested for trespassing? First of all, the child is not going to get arrested for that if the child was invited. There's no trespassing signs there. Okay. Secondly, the boy is under 12 as well. Okay. Still, there's no excuse for putting your hands on a child, because if this grant person, if somebody did this to his children, he would be pissed. Okay. He would be pissed. Rachel said, Grant Smith, you are an idiot that needs to go back to school for reading. The children weren't trespassing. They live there. They don't live in that apartment complex. Okay, they don't live at that apartment complex. They live at the one across the street. However, the little boy said in the interview that someone, basically, he knows someone in that apartment, and basically they must have gave them the authorization to swim over there. Okay, point blank. So the thing is, they were not trespassing. Even if they were, you don't put your hands on nobody kids. You don't put your hands on nobody unless they're putting their hands on you first. And certainly you don't put your hands on our kids. All her stupid ass had to do is basically tell them to move. Okay, if they did not move, then you go get your apartment complex security who tell them they need to get from this pool because you don't live here. And if then someone did invite you here, who invited you here, so I can go and ask them. So therefore, next time they can do the appropriate stuff, like have bracelets on, or whatever the case is that say yes, and you can go swim in the swimming pool. That is crazy. How can people sit up and condone that type of behavior and think it's okay because the kids don't supposed to be over there? Knowing that good and daggone well, if it were one of their children, they would be like, going off about it. And then her excuse is this right here. I'm gonna tell you guys her excuse. Hold on. Anyway, Jennings told WFMY her beef started with 11-year-old Jace Lee Uri. First of all, my voice is going in and out because it's early. It's not really early, but it's 1:48, and I still got this morning type vocals. Okay, but anyway, first of all, a grown ass, old ass lady who is 62 years old. I'm calling her old because she is older. Okay, you don't have a beef with a kid. Certainly not with an 11-year-old. That's the first thing. Anyway, Jennings told WFMY her beef started with 11-year-old Jace when he had returned to the apartment pool that is exclusive to residents only. So I just told you guys before that the little boy did say in that interview that him and his sister went to that pool before, but he also said he knew somebody in that apartment complex. Okay. So therefore, how does she know that the person that the little boy knows didn't invite them to the pool and told them that they can swim there because it was extremely hot that day? So being the manager should have told them, they don't, first of all, ask them, do they know anybody in the apartment complex? Did anybody tell them they can come to the pool? Who did they know? And then tell them if they don't really know anyone there or the person didn't invite them there, then tell them that they don't supposed to be there. Okay. And if they did give you a person that they knew there, then you go up there and knock on the door and ask these people if they, gave them permission to swim there. And then, like I said, the apartment complex should have some type of bracelets that you can put on that says that you are a guest. Okay. They said in the interview there are no trespassing signs. So, those signs should be posted in rules. Anyway, she said Jace was allegedly ordered to leave multiple times before this time made her come out of character. Okay, so anyway, the little boy Jace denied that she asked him to leave multiple times. I don't know if she did or didn't. The thing is, it really doesn't matter because we know sometimes kids are hard-headed and don't listen. And you still supposed to maintain being grown. And that's just on everything. When I was a teacher, And those little first graders used to do the most sometimes. Not all of them, but like this one boy in particular did. I told you guys before that he kicked me. I didn't leave out of my character. I just didn't. Because we as grown-ups, unless a child is putting you into like life or death situations, we as grown-ups, this is not the way you handle anything. Okay, so anyway, they said the other day when he was out there, we asked him to leave. This is the manager, and he was mouthy. And I had a soda in my hand, and I tossed it on him, and then I popped him. So pop means she hit him. First of all, you're not talking to a grown up, okay? Even if he did mouth off at you, who are you? I mean, of course, you're supposed to stay, respect your elders and things like that, but still, who are you? So what he mouthed off? Okay, so then you got even more reasons to tell him to leave. And if he did not want to leave, that's when you get your security. Okay. And y'all try, they probably won't tell you their parents' name or whatever, but you still ask. Okay. And then she said, I did. I admit I did. And it was wrong. When you have done it and you have done it and you have done it and you ask him not to come back, I just reacted. But I will say that I am sorry that I did that. I should have handled it differently, she told reporters. Excuse me, y'all. Anyway, she, like I said before, she is currently facing 2 counts of assault on a child under the age of 12 for spraying a bottle of Coca-Cola on the boy, and then for hitting him in the head with the bottle, and allegedly pulling his younger sister's hair. Now, in this article, they said some people, and we know who these people are, believe she was justified in her actions. She wasn't justified in her actions regarding pouring a pop or soda on this little boy, or for pulling the little girl's hair, or hitting him with the bottle. Now, what if he would have been one of them little thug boys, right? And just say he had a weapon and he would have used it. Would he be justified in doing that? Well, what if he would have went home and told his parents, which he did, and they came back and whooped on her ass? Then what would everybody be saying? Or did something more? Anyway, according to the little boy Jace, Jennings also pulled his little sister's hair, which prompted him to throw a bottle at her, trying to get her to stop. So she pulled the little girl's hair first. And why? And then her brother, in her defense, threw that bottle at this lady. After that, that's when the soda incident began. First of all, if a little kid throws a bottle at you because you pulled the child's sister's hair, you should not take it further. First of all, you should have never pulled the little girl's hair. That's stupid. Who does this? Lady, you're like 62 years old. Your ass is like so damn grown. It's ridiculous. So grown. You're overgrown. Should know better. That's why you should have control, especially when you are a apartment manager, and you know you're gonna have to deal with kids in a swimming pool, maybe guests that don't supposed to be there, unruly guests, unruly kids. You know how some of these kids do. Well, anyway, the parents have enlisted the legal help of several prominent attorneys, including Ben Crump and Jason L. Keith. And I did see the Jason L. Keith interview with the little boy. In the complex manager should be held accountable, as well as the management company. Okay. Anyway, they said she has been arrested on 2 counts of simple assault. Now she must be fully held accountable for her attack on these kids. That's what the attorney wrote. The apartment complex manager says the owners are supporting her after the incident. Residents backed up Jennings while talking with WFMY and said that they found the children disobeying her request to leave disrespectfully. It doesn't matter, people. You still don't put your hands on no kids. Simple as that. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Anyway, the boys' parents and attorneys are announcing the filing of a federal lawsuit against Jennings with prominent civil rights attorneys Ben Crump and Harry Daniels. And that was on August the 15th, which is, I guess, today, right? I don't see how anybody would think that this lady's actions are correct. Yes, hey, Brown Sweet, asking her to leave and thank you for coming, is asking them to leave is her rights. And this is what her job calls for. But putting your hands on someone else's kids, throwing soda on them and hitting them with a bottle, that's not. Now, let me just tell you something. If you hit your child with a bottle, okay, and the police see it or somebody call Department of Family Services, they're going to come and investigate. And you may be charged with child abuse and to have your kids taken. So this lady, in my opinion, should also be charged with either child abuse or maybe even aggravated assault, just like another person said, or attorney, because you're taking a pop can and you're hitting the child with that. You're throwing it at him. And the reason why he threw the pop bottle at her first is because he was defending his little sister from this big old ass lady acting crazy. Because it doesn't matter how many times they came over there to the pool before and did not obey this lady. It doesn't matter about that because they are kids. What you should have done is found out who their parents are, since they came over there so many times, and then respectfully call them, or I say call them because sometimes you can't go to people's houses either because they be doing the most, but at least call them, try to call them, or get their address, send them a letter, or even just, hey there, Lisa, thank you for coming in, or even maybe just going over there and talking like you got some sense, respectfully. Just tell them, that your kids are coming to the pool across the street. They don't live in this apartment complex, and we don't allow um, other people to come and use our property's pool unless they are invited by guests, and the guest has to be with them, or unless they live there, and leave it at that, and let them know the next time they come over, we're going to get security, or either we're going to call the police. That is the way it's supposed to be done. When I lived in Keller, Texas, in my subdivision, other people would drive to the subdivision, I guess from other subdivision, housing subdivisions, and they would come and use pools, our pools. Okay, so I don't even think the property manager, there's no property manager because we was in the house, but the security, I guess guests, no, residents would call the security. So the security would come over there and tell the kids to leave, or whatever the case is, or the grown-ups or whatever. And if they did not leave, they called the police on them. You know how many times I've seen Fulton, not Fulton County, what was that county? Tarrant County Police came out there, or either Fort Worth Police, I can't remember. Because it was Keller, but it was like, what do you call that when you live in the city, but they don't recognize it? I forgot what you call it. But anyway, within city limits or whatever the case is, they would call Fort Worth Police would come out there too, right? And telling people to get out of the pool, you're trespassing. If you don't leave, we're going to arrest you. This is the same way this lady should have handled these little kids. Okay, but if they, like I said, they went to that pool so many times, right? So she should have been trying to contact the parents, especially since the parents live right across the street in the apartment complex across the street. This idiot could have even went to the management of the other apartment complex and let the management know there, and took a picture of the kids and showed the management. And guess what? The managers at the other apartment complex would have notified the parents and told them to stop their children from going over there to that apartment complex pool. And that is the way she should have handled that. There is no excuse unless the child is putting their hands on you in a way where you think you are afraid for your life. That's different. But you don't just put your hands on people's kids, period. This is not the way you handle anything. It's not professional or anything. You don't pour soda on somebody's kid and slap them in the face with a can or whatever the case is, pull the little girl's hair. These are kids under 12 years old. And this lady is every bit of 60 something years old. How do anybody think that's right? And like I said, this is her right here. And they claim that she um, has been racial with these kids as well. She says some racial words. And that's the little boy. I'm going to get another video if I can. I want to get another video real quick, but yeah, that is crazy. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I want to see if I can pull up the video. Is this the video that I was showing before? I think it is. Let me see if I can actually, maybe if I go to TikTok, they probably got it all over TikTok. These are still photos. Let's see. And you know what the little boy did say? She did tell in this interview, not this interview, but this report right here, they said Jace explained that Jennings had approached him and his sister and did tell them she told them to leave before grabbing the sister's hair and hitting her. So she hit the sister too. She hit the sister too. And then, like I said, in response, the little boy threw his bottle at her. And then the woman poured some Coke on him before hitting him with the bottle as well. And then that little boy, the part of the video we saw the little boy standing in shock after being assaulted by Jennings, wiping the soda from his face. The little girl name is Jayla, the sister. She said, she slapped me and then my brother came and splashed water on her. That's what the little sister told WXII. Anyway, the little boy said, when I was walking up the stairs to get to the gate, they were asking if I hit her because she had hit my sister first. So I hit her after she hit my sister. Then she poured Coke on me and hit me with the bottle twice. Then police were immediately called to the scene where a warrant was obtained and Jennings was arrested on 2 counts of simple assault. And of course, she's been released and awaits a court date next month. So let's see. Let's see. So the mom said here, what she did to him, if I put one finger on her, I am the one that's going to be in trouble. And that's just not cool. You hit my child, you hit both of my children. That's what the mom said. You have been harassing my children all summer long. And all they wanted to do was just swim in the heat. Just swim. Enjoy themselves as children should do. Okay. Anyway, despite those circumstances, the mom is still grateful for the public support. The outpouring is great, and it makes you feel good that people are behind you. But it's kind of making me more mad. She said, like, I am angry, adding that their family is looking for Jennings to be fired and is intent on filing a lawsuit, which she already did, against her along with the property management company, which she is doing, which is a good thing. And she did, this old ass lady did all of this because this little boy, she's allegedly was talking back to her. Let's put it like that. That's what mouthing means. Saying stuff I guess he shouldn't be saying. And she still used that same excuse. She had the soda in her hand, and then she tossed it on him, and then she just popped him. You don't pop other people's kids. Clearly, your mom should have popped your ass. And that's on everything. Maybe you would know how to do, when you are approaching other people's children. And you would also know your job better. Because as a property manager, you don't put your damn hands on nobody's kids. Okay? Where I live at right now, they have trespassing signs put up and letting people know you can't come over here and swim. We also have security. So I think before some people were over here using our pool a couple of years ago, and the manager was called. He did not hit nobody or hit nobody's kids. He called security. Security had the kids leave. Just like the grown-ups who were over here. I don't know why they come to other people's swimming pools and stuff, live in the houses over there. They don't have one over there, I guess. They come over here. It is nice of you, I'm not going to lie, but still you don't use it. You know what I'm saying? Unless a guest invites you. And then the property manager wrote, gave everybody notification letting us know if we have gas. They're supposed to have on a wristband. And only 1 or 2 guests per resident or something like that. They just, let everybody know you just don't invite people over to swim and you're not there with them and they don't have a band or anything else. This is what this property manager should have did at that apartment complex. Okay. She knew she was wrong. Okay. But the thing is, it doesn't really matter that you knew because you still did something that you shouldn't have done. And then if she did say any racial names, that just makes it worse. Anyway, this entire incident not only highlights issues of racial bias, discrimination, and abuse of power, but also how differently this ordeal would have been handled if it hadn't been recorded. Anyway, Jenny's actions reflect the repercussions that can happen when authority is wielded without considerations or empathy for the well-being and rights of others. Whether her apology was sincere or not, it proves that there is a need for both education and understanding, while also leaving room for continued commitment to learning from our mistakes and our ignorant behavior. What she did, in my opinion, was something that she should have not done. Okay, she did not handle this entire situation correctly. I think more charges should be held against her for real, and she really needs to be fired because this property management company should want a person like her to be a representation of their company. Okay, because yeah, she asked them to leave. They were there many times before. So what? Do the necessary take the necessary steps to solve everything without engaging in violence against kids. Like I said, she could have easily went over there to the manager of the apartment complex where these kids lived and told that manager over there, or at least asked them who the parents are so she can either knock on their door or maybe send them a letter if she was scared to knock on their door to inform them of the situation and let them know that they don't supposed to be over there. And if they come over there again, they will call the police. And that way, the mom and dad or whoever would have probably made those kids stay in their own complex and tell them not to use that pool. So for me, everything that she did, besides telling them to get out the pool and don't come over here, was not correct. Point blank. It was not correct. And she should be held accountable. And the apartment complex should be firing her because it's ridiculous. Because some kids do talk back. That's what some do. Some don't, some do. But we as grown people, especially in a position, we should know how to handle that. And we should handle it, in the best way that we can. I know kids can make you mad sometimes. Trust me, I really do know that. However, we don't do stuff like that, okay? We don't. This is a no-no. Because if you do it to other people's kids, like her, if she has kids, if somebody would have did that to her kids, she would have probably fucking me going off for real. You cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? Let me turn this down real quick. Let me see if I can find the actual video. Okay, so let me see. Hold on, y'all. Um, Hold on, I'm gonna find the actual. That is crazy. Okay, so it's so easy to find. It's ridiculous. Let me see if I can get the whole video. Here, I think this is it right here. Let me show y'all this real quick. Hopefully, it's the whole one. We're gonna see this. I'm gonna let it play over again. They have music going on in the background, so I'm not going to play exactly what they are saying, but I'm guessing this is after she pulled the little sister's hair, and then the little boy hit her with the bottle, threw the bottle at her, and then afterwards she threw the pop or soda on him, right? As you see right there, the little boy standing in shock behavior. That got the little sister right there. Let me just play that again. Wait, let me do that all the way back over again. So yeah, that's after she pulled the little girl's hair. You can basically see her on the side when she did it. When she was walking from the little girl, he threw the pop on her, the pop bottle at her, and then she got mad and poured all that pop on him, and then he slapped him with the pop bottle, either hit him with the pop bottle twice. And he didn't try to hit her back or anything. He just stood there and wiped his face and all of that. That is crazy. No, that's not the way you handle that, regardless if he was talking back or whatever the case is. Just not acceptable. Okay. So let me see what some of these people are saying in the comments. Okay, so I forgot to mention, it was two security or black men standing by. It looked like security or people who worked, I don't know. Anyway, somebody was questioning why did the two black men let her do that to the kids like that? And I agree. Why did they stand there and just watch? That's all they did. Let me see if I see that in this video. Why did they just sit there and just watch that? Or was stood there? Yeah, you can see the two guys there in the video. Wait a minute, hold up. There they go right there, just stood right there. When they should have been the ones that told the two kids to go ahead and leave before it even escalated like this. They should have stopped the entire incident from happening. That is crazy. It doesn't matter, y'all, how many times they came over there. She should have still maintained her position as a manager and handled this situation in a grown-up way and as a professional. That's just on everything. You don't do that. That's crazy as hell. So let me see if they're playing any music in the background. So let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna play this news clip right here, real quick. Hold on. I can do this one.
Manager caught on camera appearing to assault a child at the pool. She has been arrested, and police say the boy wasn't the only victim. Good evening, I'm Chet Silber.
And I'm Julie Luck. The manager reportedly asked the kids who did not live at the apartment complex to leave. Video of the tense moments, including a drink poured on the 11-year-old, sparked outrage online. WFMY News 2's Giselle Thomas spoke to the family involved.
62-year-old Kimberly Jennings was charged with 2 counts of simple assault on a child under 12. Tenants at Sedgefield Garden Apartments say they managed the apartment, she managed the apartment for about 3 years. Now, the family involved lived nearby, but not at the complex, and say they would regularly visit the privately owned pool.
She untwists the Coke bottle and starts splashing it on me. Then she hits me twice, like here and here.
That's how 11-year-old Jace Leary describes what happened with an apartment complex manager Wednesday. He says Kimberly Jennings was trying to get him and his 8-year-old sister to leave the Sedgefield Garden Apartments pool. The pool has signs that say no trespassing and
So
for
it does
adults to accompany their
okay.
children. But the siblings say this is not the first time they have visited the pool.
Sometimes she would just come and tell us to get out. We wait, we come back. Until last Wednesday.
Before the video started rolling, Leary says the manager pulled his sister's hair and hit her. The 11-year-old boy says at that point he threw a bottle at Jennings. What was captured in the video is Jennings throwing a soda and then reportedly hitting the boy in the chest and face. It's gone viral and sparked outrage in the Greensboro community where nearby neighbors protested. Again, Jennings was charged with 2 counts of simple assault on a child under 12. She bonded out of jail. Now, we reached out to Sedgefield Garden Apartments and also tried to get a statement from its owners, but have not yet heard back.
Okay, so
An apartment manager caught on camera appearing to assault a child.
We just heard the entire story now. So, okay, so it was no trespassing signs, but still, kids gonna be kids. The thing is, still maintain your position as a grown up first, and then as a property manager. All right, she should have never. Her ass should have never went over there and pulled the child's hair. Like I said before, I stand by that. I still say the same exact thing. That is not the correct way you handle that. Okay. Again, if they came over there and visited the apartment complex pool, a lot of times, as a little boy just said, then this apartment manager, if they live across the street, should have went her ass over there and asked the manager over there, can they let them know who the parents are of these two kids, show them the pictures of them, and then sent them a message, a letter or whatever the case is, or knocked on their door, probably send them a letter letting them know to not let your kids come over here and use our pool because it's private property. And the next time they come over here, we're going to call the police, point blank. You still don't have to put your hands on nobody's kids. You should have never pulled the little girl's hair. You should have never thrown the soda on the child. I didn't even know she twisted the bottle open to pour. I thought the bottle was already open. So that was, something that she just did on purpose. Okay, it wasn't like, you're like spur of the moment type thing. You try to act like it was because you took the time to open the pop bottle or can or whatever. And then the little girl is only 8 years old. Why are you pulling an 8-year-old's hair? Stupid ass. Why? You don't pull an 8-year-old's hair. Okay, again, you try to contact the parents. If you can't contact the parents, wait till they bring their little butts over there again. You tell them that they're not supposed to be swimming over there. Then you call your security. If your security can't get them to leave, those two guys, I guess that's what was the security, then you call the police to tell them they need to leave. And then the police is going to go to the parents' house, and they're going to tell the parents, your children cannot be over there swimming because it's private property. They don't live there. And if somebody did invite them over there or said they can come there to swim, whatever, then you need the manager needs to go up there or send them a message or letter and let them know if you have guests here, they need to have a wristband and you need to be present. And that's just the end of the story. But to solve the thing 100%, all they had to do is contact the police. That's all she had to do is contact the police and have those kids removed. The police is going to go to the parents' home and let them know to keep their children away from this pool because this is private property. Under no circumstances, unless you're in fear for your life, should you be putting your hands on some damn 8-year-old and a damn 11-year-old boy. Because I guarantee you, if somebody would have did that to her kids or grandkids, her old ass would be having a damn baby. And we know that's the truth. These are kids. These are not grown-ass people. And I wish people would stop acting like these are grown-ass people. Kids do this all the time. In my complex, let me stress this again. They would come over there, the kids and grown-ups too, and use our pool. Okay? Nobody got into a fight a couple times. One time, I think something, it was a whole bunch of kids that came to the pool. And I guess the security then had to call the police for real. And it was a bunch of police cars came. But the reason being is because it was a bunch of kids. And they were acting crazy. And we can't have that type of behavior over there at that subdivision up there in Keller. And so, yeah, the police was called and a bunch came. But nobody, and people did get arrested, for trespassing. But we talk about two little kids, okay, 8-year-old and an 11-year-old. So you cannot go around there doing stuff to people's kids. And now if the mom would have came over there and whooped her ass, then the mom would have been, arrested. You see what I'm saying? So we don't incite violence, right? And then when somebody come and defend it, then you want to cry. You want to cry and shit. And you want charges to be held against them. Good and dead going well. You cannot be putting your hands on somebody else's kids. Unless it's self-defense. Like they got a weapon at you or something like that. But these are 2-year-old kids. You can look at them, and yeah, they may have been talking back. Okay, but do we go and do these type of things to every kid that talks back? And then if she did say any racial thing, I didn't hear him say anything about it in these interviews, in this interview that he just did. But I read that somewhere else. Okay, that's what I'm saying, allegedly. Okay, but if she did allegedly call them racial names, that is not good. That is not good at all. Then you can put in another factor. Was race a motivating factor? Did that play a role into that? The little boy said it was other kids there too. I don't know if the kids lived in that apartment complex or if they didn't. He just said other kids were there. And I don't know for sure if other black kids was there or not, because in the interview that I watched with his lawyer, I think he said there was other black kids there. I'm not sure. But you guys can take a look at that video. I'm pretty sure you can put it in YouTube or whatever the case is, and you can find that entire video where his lawyer, one of their lawyers, Keith something, was there talking with him. And they talk about it. The little boy couldn't even really talk there, 11-year-olds and stuff. But the lawyer was trying to explain it and go into details about the situation. But I don't care. They're still kids. You as a professional should know how to handle something a little bit more professional. It doesn't matter that they came over there 50,000 times. You still maintain your position. Let them know that they're not supposed to be here, and call the proper authorities to assist you if need be. And as far as those two dudes were standing there, I know they were scared about their job, but tell the manager, don't do that. You don't sit there and let somebody assault people, kids. Y'all are cowards. Okay, you don't do anything because you don't stand there and watch somebody do something to kids because you're scared you're gonna lose your little job. You speak up, tell the manager, don't do that, because she was wrong. You don't do that. She was wrong for putting her hands on that little boy and the sister, putting the little girl's hair, and then throwing the pop on the little boy, and then hitting him twice in his head, face, and then in his chest with a pop bottle. Who does this? And then y'all two black ass standing there just watching. Men, start being men for real. Some of y'all men. Okay, you don't have to physically assault her, but stop her from doing it. Tell her it's not, don't do that. Even if you do lose your job, because you'll get it back. If you use the proper measurements, you'll get your job back. That is just straight up no. So I just don't know what you guys think about that in the comment section if you want to. Do you think the property manager had all the right to hit this little boy with the bottle twice, one time in the face, one time in the chest? Was she right when she poured the pop, aka soda, onto the little boy? Was she right when she pulled the little girl's hair? Was she right? What do you guys think? How do you guys think she should have handled this entire situation? We know the kids were trespassing. They are 8 and 11 years old, though. Okay, we know this. Okay, we know the kids shouldn't have been there. Okay, however, it still doesn't make it right what the property manager, 62 years old, did. Okay, point blank. And she happens to be white, and the kids are black. So was race an issue? Do you think it was? Allegedly, they said, I don't know if they said it, but I saw in another article that she did say some racial slurs. I don't know if that's true, allegedly. If she did use any of those, though, that just really makes you wonder if race played a role into this entire altercation with kids. And do you think grown-ups should be able to handle their emotions and their emotions and things like that when it comes to an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old who are at your pool and don't supposed to be there? You're a manager. Do you think she should have been in control, or you think she had every right to do everything that she did? I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. If y'all think she was right in doing it like that, something is wrong with y'all. Even though you can put whatever comment you want to, if you believe it was right, then you can say it. But I'm still saying something is wrong with y'all, okay? Because you know good and damn well, if somebody would did that to one of your kids, you'll be on the news, and you know you will be, and you will be, and you will also probably be in jail, and you know this because you know we don't play about our kids, regardless. I remember an incident with my son when we first moved to. Here. Was that here? Or let me think. I'm trying to think. I can't even remember if it was here or not. I'm trying to think. Because I get Texas and here mixed up because it's so similar. I think it was here, though, because I thought we lived in Stevenson Ranch. And we went to, what is that area called? Valencia. And yeah, it was here. and we were at the Best Buy out there, and I had that my kids go over there and look at the computers or laptops or tablets or something, and so it was my son was on the tablet, and the old man wanted to see it, right, and so I guess he told this Sean to move over, and and Sean did move over, but at the time the man said that my little boy was kicking him, and so the little boy, the man, he didn't touch my son, he didn't. He was rude though. He was saying stuff rude to my son. That's why I had to get on his ass and stuff because my oldest daughters, my two daughters, told me what the man was saying. However, I got my son as well because I said you don't be kicking nobody. Okay. At the time, my son was only 5 years old though, and I still got my son though. And but I also told the dude who came over there, I had to tell him off. Okay, because he pissed me off because when my other two kids told me he was talking and saying stuff to my little boy versus getting his old ass up and just coming over here getting me, he didn't do that. He was saying stuff to my son. And that's one thing I don't play. You know what I'm saying? You come and tell me what that boy is doing. And then I'll spank his little butt on his butt right there on the spot. Because I don't be playing around. I don't be playing with no kids either. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to handle this old man, honey. He made me really pissed and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. You can't be, I think the dude said threatened. I can't remember exactly. And that's when my daughters them came over there and told me. Because see, the old dude did not come and tell me like I just said. No, my kids came over there and told me and brought Sean with them. And then the old guy started walking over there to me then. And then he was like, where's your husband? I said, he's at work. Why? He said, well, if your husband was here, he would tell him to spank him or some bullshit and stuff. And I said, first of all, you can tell me what he did and stuff. And I told him, you know, I got these Sean, like I said, but at the same time, you being an old ass man, you don't say all these things to my son like you were saying. You fucked up when you did that. And stuff. But yeah, I ain't gonna tell y'all what else happened after that because it was a trip. I scared the shit out this old man. I ain't gonna forget it. But you don't play with people, kids. That's all I'm telling you. You know how many times I told kids what to do and not to do stuff, and their parents never came and said nothing to me because for one damn thing, I wasn't calling them names. I wasn't disrespectful. I got two kids in Georgia one time because I'm in the store. These two little badass boys I hear talking about they effed a little girl and her pee was big and all this other bull stuff they were saying. These little boys couldn't have been no more than 12 and 13. You know what I said to them? The person in the store didn't say shit to them. I came outside. I was like, come here for a minute. I said, how old are you guys? One was 12, one was 13. I said, listen, would you talk like this around your mom and dad? No. I said, well, but why are you talking like this in the store and around me? You shouldn't even be having sex. That's what I told them. Too young. They apologized. They didn't go off or anything like that. You know how many times I have said stuff to kids? It's all in the way you talk to them. And so that's why that old man at Best Buy got told off because what he said to my 5-year-old, he shouldn't have said it. And if he would have put his hands on my 5-year-old, I wouldn't be talking to you. Well, I probably would be, but he would have got himself effed up. Simple as that. You don't do that. And he lucky my husband wasn't there because if he was, they probably would have got, well, my husband's not argumentative or anything like that, but he just would have told him. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. That's not the way you handle stuff. So when kids do something to you guys, unless it's something where they put your life in danger, don't be talking to kids like you talk to a grown up. If their parents are there or around, you may want to go talk to them or just simply tell this child in a grown up way, respectful. Don't do that. Because I've told so many kids not to do stuff, and that's on everything. But it's all in the way you talk to people. Just like when you talk to other grown-ups. It's all in the way you talk to other grown-ups. Okay? I had to tell two little kids yesterday, they come calling me up on the phone, asking me when am I going to be here with their food. I was like, what does the app say? And then I realized that I was talking to two little kids. So I was like, I'll be there when the time says, whatever the time says on the app, that's when I'll be there because I do have another delivery first. If you want priority delivery, that's exactly what you have to pick on the app. Okay. And I talked to them just as nice. And then when I got there, I also reconfirmed that. And I was just as nice then. I didn't go all acting crazy and shit like that. Now, if that would have been a grown-up calling me, it would have been a different story. I wouldn't have got all disrespectful or anything else, but all I would have did is cancel their order. Because you don't call me up. You sit on your daggone app. Okay, if you don't do priority service, we are going to get another call. Okay, so therefore, don't call me up asking me when will your food be there. Can you read? Okay, because it's on there on the phone. Okay, and so I would have just canceled that order. That's on everything. But with children, I'm not going to talk like that to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're kids. And when I got there, they're little bitty kids ordering food. And then I just let them know in the future if you want to order food and you want them to bring it immediately, just put on there you're going to do priority service, which only costs like $1 or 50 cents more. Just use that. And then guess what? If I bring your food again or anybody else, they won't pick up another order because we don't dictate that. Uber Eats does. Okay, it's whatever you put on the app. So again, it's all in how people talk to people. And certainly you shouldn't be like acting crazy with little bitty kids. So this apartment, to wrap everything up, this apartment manager overstepped her boundaries. Okay, she did something that she shouldn't have done. All right, you do not physically assault no 11-year-old and no 8-year-old. You certainly don't pull nobody's hair, and you do not hit them with bottles and throw pop in their face. Okay, this person being 62 should have known better. Should have kept her maintaining her job title duties or whatever the case is. She should have just kept all her emotions inside. It doesn't matter how many times these kids visited the property and trespassing signs and all this other bull crap. She should have got in contact with the police if they kept on coming over there. If they do live across the street in an apartment complex, before she even called the police, after the second time they came over there, she could have took her ass over there, even called the apartment complex up and asked them about the residents who have the resident that has these two kids, and even not fax, but sent pictures over and let them see the kids. And then let this apartment complex know that they shouldn't be over here. Okay, and get that word to the parents. Or we're going to call the police and have her, the mom, charged with trespassing or whatever the case is, or the kids, or however you do that. She could have handled it like that. And if that wasn't possible, then you just let the kids know the next time they come, we're calling the police. You can tell the kids that, because once you tell the kids that, they probably won't come back anyway. That's the way she should have handled it. So anyway, y'all, I just want to say thank you so much for coming in and listening to this video today. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe below. Also hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And if you want to show support to this channel, besides subscribing to the channel, thumbing up, watching the videos, and watching my other videos, you can do a Cash App to $Shades2 and show financial support as well. Okay. Thank you to Brown Sweet for coming into the chat. I appreciate you, girl. And thank you to everybody who came in the bushes and people who will watch this in the replay. This topic right here is very serious. I hope more people watch it, because as brown people, we need to know about things like this, and we need to educate our children, and also make sure we tell our children to follow rules as well. Okay, regardless of how hot it is, because that deters things from happening, and escalating and things like that. And if you are a guest of somebody's, make sure you have the proper things, to use certain things at their apartment complex or housing complex or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to do. One news break before I go. I want to go ahead and break this real quick, because before everybody else do it. So this just came in on my phone before I leave. Okay. That's the baby. I mean, he's allegedly he sucker punched a 65-year-old man in heated argument. Okay. I'm gonna go over that real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here. Let me get out of here, y'all. So, he did this over a heated argument over a music video shoot. Okay. Anyway, the 65-year-old man is suing Dababy for allegedly assaulting him at an unauthorized music video shoot, and has demanded the trial not be postponed any longer, despite the rapper demanding it to be pushed until his criminal case is over regarding the same incident, until it's over and resolved. And this is according to radaronline.com. Okay. So back in 2021, Gary Pager filed a lawsuit against the baby. Okay. In his civil lawsuit, Pager claimed he rented his LA home to Dababy and his associates. He claimed the agreement has strict rules about not having more than 12 people on the property. Okay. However, Pager learned that while Dababy was staying at the property, the rapper had over 12 people over for a music video shoot. Pager then drove over to the home after being notified. The homeowner said he found over 40 people at his home. He then confronted Dababy and demanded all of the people leave the home. He said he was spit on. That's not good, Dababy. And then Dababy chased him inside the home. Okay. The two continued their argument, which led to Dababy allegedly punching the man in his face, which caused multiple teeth to fall out. Dababy warned the man not to call the police, the suit alleged. Pager said he didn't listen and called 911, but the rapper fled before the officers came. The lawsuit accuses Dababy and his team of trashing the home, which cost Pager thousands of dollars in repairs. His lawsuit also seeks unspecified damages. Anyway, last year, the LA County District Attorney's Office charged Dababy with felony battery over the incident. The case is now pending, okay? For months, the rapper's legal team has argued the civil lawsuit should be put on hold until the criminal case is handled, okay? Dababy said he would be forced to invoke the Fifth Amendment during questioning in the civil case unless it was postponed. Now Pager has had enough of waiting around. He said he was brutally assaulted and battered by the Dababy on December the 2nd, 2020. Pager knows the facts to be true. Dababy knows the fact to be true, and the numerous eyewitnesses who were huddled around Pager and Dababy at the time know the fact to be true. The whole incident is also evidenced by several videos taken on cell phones by eyewitnesses, the motion read. Dababy does not want to admit in a declaration that he assaulted and battered Pager because it would incriminate him in a parallel criminal case arising out of the assault. Nor can he deny it under oath without committing perjury. But Dababy's invocation of the Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination and his apparent unwillingness to submit a declaration in opposition to Pager's motion for summary judgment is not sufficient ground to warrant a continuance, he argued, okay? In the nearly 2.5 years since this litigation has been pending, not a single witness has been produced or deposed to dispute the fact that it was Kirk who assaulted Dababy, the filings read. I don't know why they got this person's this girl's picture here. I don't know. Anyway, further, Pager revealed a real estate agent and eyewitness Patrick Michael testified that he saw Dababy assault Pager on the day in question. He testified that the rapper sucker punched the homeowner. A judge has yet to rule on this, as RadarOnline.com previously reported. Dababy's ex, Danny Lee, was recently caught up in her own legal trouble. I don't know why they put this here, and this is why they got her picture here too. So I don't know why they even added that to this whole entire thing. Nobody cares, but anyway. So we are awaiting what's going to happen with that, and I will let you guys know, the outcome of all of that, whenever it's updated. But I just wanted to let you guys know this because it just came through on my phone. All right. Other than that, guys, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I got to go. I may try to come back later on tonight if I can. If not, to go over this other stuff that I have for you guys. If not, I'll try to do a video tomorrow. I told you guys already that tomorrow is going to be a hectic day. So I don't know for sure if I'll be in here doing a live. If not, then I'll see you guys on Thursday. Okay. And I will take some footage of whatever we do down there in LA or Beverly Hills or wherever. I think it's Beverly. I'm dropping my daughter off on Inglewood, but we're not hanging out in Inglewood. We're going to go to Beverly Hills or either North Hollywood. So if we go to North Hollywood, I'll definitely take you guys there with me so you can see the Hollywood Walk of Fame and all this other stuff there. If I don't go there, though, we're going to go to, what is it called? The Grove? Yeah, the Grove. Not Beverly Center, but we'll go to the Grove and chill there. And I'll do a little footage there, I guess. But I'll try to come back tonight and go over this other breaking news that I wanted to tell you guys about. Again, tell me what you think about the situation with the 62-year-old property manager who assaulted the 11-year-old and the 8-year-old boy and girl and pulled the sister's hair and threw the pop on the little boy and hit him with the pop bottle twice in the face and in the chest. And what else did she do? I think that's it. So what do you guys think about that? All right. Other than that, guys, you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. And be positive. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And again, I'll try to come back on later on tonight if I can. If not, I'll see you guys on Thursday. All right. Have a good day, y'all. Take care. Peace out.